How to analyze traders on the Copykat platform. It's extremely important for you to understand what statistics and what things to look out for when deciding which trader to copy with your trading account. You'll recall in the previous video, the intro video, I told you that this is where you find the traders that you can link to, and I prefer using the explore button simply because it gives me a little bit more information to go by at first glance. Okay, so let's have a look at Vitarax. He's a guy that I've been watching for quite a period of time, and I'm quite impressed with his trading skills. So here we can see there's 389 copiers. He has 181% return on his account. He's been on the system for 148 days, and he's got a success rate of 66%. But now I need to go and look a little bit more in depth. So I click on his avatar, and this brings up his personal profile. So here you can see his graph straight away. It looks really, really nice, all moving in the right direction. Small little pullback there, but nothing serious. He's managed 181% return on his account in 148 days, which gives you an average of 1.23% per day. And at a success rate of nearly 7 out of 10 trades, very, very, very good trading indeed. And if you look at his maximum drawdown stat, also a very acceptable figure. What drawdown means is that he only allows 8% of his account as it stands now to be in a drawdown. So in other words, any open positions, the maximum that's been against him is 8% of his account. So if he had $1,000 in his account, the biggest drawdown he had or trades that were against him was $80 at any given point. Best position and worst position. These figures here are calculated using the margin requirement for the instrument. So he did not make 110% of his account in one trade. He made 110% of the margin requirement for a particular instrument in one trade. Okay, so if your margin requirement to trade the Euro US is $40, he made 110% of $40 in this trade, and vice versa on the losing trade. He lost 189% of the $40. Now that ratio there is not bad. I usually like to see that the worst position is equal or smaller than the best position, so that I know the guy takes bigger profits than losses. But if you look across the board at his performance stats on the other areas, really, really not a bad figure to look at there. And with a risk level of 3.53 out of 10, really, really not bad at all. So at first glance, we're looking at this trader and we're saying very, very good results. Happy to link our account to him, and I think that's where a lot of traders go wrong on the Copykat platform. They look at just the profile tab and make a decision based on that. I like to look a little bit more in depth. So I click on the portfolio tab, and this tells me what instruments he's trading. So over the last month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, what he's traded. And the majority of his trading I can see is Forex related, and a bit of commodities in there as well. There's some gold, some Brent, which is oil. So a little bit of commodity trading, but mostly Forex trading, and he's up really nicely on his Forex trading. So happy with his wagon wheel, happy with the instruments that he trades. Then comes the community tab, and this is really, really important for me anyway. There's 947 people that have this trader on his watch list. He's watching one. 385 of those 900 and somewhat people are actually linked to him, so they're trading with him every time he trades. Okay, but the most important tab for me here is the copying tab. He's not copying anyone. Let me explain to you quickly why that's important to me. Think about what would happen if you copied a trader who was prone to copying other traders. And today he was linked to one guy, tomorrow he's linked to 2 guys, and next week he's linked to 5 guys. And all of those guys are trading. What's going to happen on your account is that all of the open positions that come through from those traders, all of the new positions that come through from those traders, and all of the positions that Vitarax opens as well will be copied to your account. And suddenly you're sitting in a position where you've got 20, 30 open positions on your account. And depending on your risk appetite and also on the balance and equity of your account, that may not be a good place to be. So for me, always important to see that a trader isn't linked to any other traders. Then finally, I look at the positions tab. And again, to me, also a very, very important tab. If you've been happy with everything thus far, the closed positions generally aren't a tab that you need to have a look at. But the open positions, definitely so. And we can see that he has no open positions at the moment. And the reason why that is very positive is because I know that all of his trading positions, statistics have filtered through into this graph and into his stats here. Quite often you come on to a trader and you have a look at him and everything looks great, and you get to his positions tab, and under open positions he's got 10 or 20 or sometimes even more bad positions against him, and they haven't filtered through into his profile yet. You want to steer clear of traders like that. Generally speaking, they go into big drawdowns and your account could be in trouble. So the fact that he's got no open positions, again, big plus in my book. So we've had a look at his profile tab, really happy with that. We've had a look at his portfolio tab, really happy with that. We've had a look at the community tab, and the fact that there's 385 people linked to him, to me that's also a very positive sign. The more people linked, the happier they must be with his trading. And we've had a look at the positions tab, and we're very, very happy with the positions tab as well. So the next thing to do would be to copy this trader. I'm going to ask you to have a look at our how to copy a trader video, because that's going to run through position sizing and things like that. Let's analyze one more trader on the system quickly. Number 12, let's have a look. So I click on the avatar. Okay, straight away here's something I'm looking at. I can see that he's up 539% on his account in 71 days, which is very, very impressive. He's got a good success rate of 80%. And an average daily profit and loss of 7.6%. Guys, that really, really is phenomenal returns on his investment. But look at his drawdown statistic, 63.46%. And also his risk level, 8 out of 10. Immediately you can see that this guy is risking more on his account than what I personally would be happy to risk with my account. Some guys have the risk appetite for that and happy to go for it. Yeah, I'm not too keen on that kind of risk at this point in time, and that's pretty evident in his chart. So it's quite choppy. You can see pullbacks all over the place. That was a very, very large one, and I'm 90% certain that is where the 63.46% drawdown came from. He's continuing to make some money, but again, only 71 days on the system. You know, that's just over 2 months. I don't know if I'm too keen to risk my portfolio with that as yet. And you can see the best and worst positions ratio is not good. He's happier to take bigger losses than profits, although a lot of traders do. But for me, just looking at these stats here, really not a trader that I would look at copying. Let's just have a look at his other tabs. Portfolio tab, okay, and here we can see why his chart is choppy. The DAX is an extremely highly geared instrument, and it can either really, really work in your favor or it can work against you. And as you can see, his total percentage is actually negative on his DAX positions. Goldie's up a bit, and then the rest seems to be all currency trading. So the DAX being the one that's causing the issue with his performance or with his trading at this point in time. So I would tend to probably steer clear of a trader like this. Community, 18 people watching him, he's watching 1, 5 people copying him, and he's not copying anyone. Okay, so I'd like to see possibly more copiers than that. I'm happy to see that he's not copying anyone, but again, the fact that he's trading the DAX and not consistently, and the fact that his chart is as choppy as that with a big drawdown, yeah, I'm not too interested. Let's have a look at his positions. Okay, so he's got a couple of open positions. Nothing too seriously against him at this point in time, 2 in profit. So kind of break even on most of them. This one a little bit against him, but nothing too serious. So open positions, not bad. Closed positions, let's have a look. Okay, so there are a number of stops, so he is prepared to take stop losses by the looks of it. Definitely doesn't have a problem taking the stops, but again, the issue being that maximum drawdown of 63% on his account. Just too much for me. Just too much for me. Okay, so we've analyzed two traders, one we're very, very happy with and prepared to link to, and this being the second trader that we've analyzed, and in my opinion, I wouldn't be linking to this trader. Please have a look at our How to Copy Traders Guide video and make an informed decision.